In 1955, the city of Detroit commissioned a sculpture from renowned artist Marshall Frederick. In the figure's left hand, he holds a sphere that Frederick said symbolizes God. In the right hand is a family group symbolizing humanity. Frederick said he hoped the sculpture might in some way encourage and inspire. Unlike many works of art, he did not give a name to the sculpture, though Detroiters soon took to calling it the Spirit of Detroit. When things seem to be at their worst, Metro Detroiters rise to their best. That is the spirit of Detroit. Demanding of ourselves to dig deep, not merely for the best of who we are, but for the best of who we can be for each other. That spirit has never faced a challenge more daunting than the crisis that confronts us now. Yet every day across Metro Detroit, we see it expressed in strength, resilience, courage, and something that now flourishes in abundance in our communities: kindness. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought with it immense fear, stress, so much heartache. But it has also reminded us that when faced with a crisis, we can see the very best in all of us.
That is so true. And Metro Detroiters never back down from a challenge. Our neighbors, friends, and colleagues all finding ways to rise up and look out for each other. Here at Local 4, we have not had to look very far to see the acts of kindness in our community. For the next hour, we'll show you all the ways we've shown up for each other. So let's bring in our Steve Garagiola, who reminds us why we should be so proud of our strength and spirit through this pandemic.
I've always been drawn to American history, in particular the World War II era, our greatest generation. America faced a global crisis, and Metro Detroiters rose to the challenge. Detroit became the arsenal of democracy. Now we confront a new crisis, and new generations of Metro Detroiters have answered the call to duty. In looking for the best parts of who we are, I have found stories of bravery, ingenuity, and incredible kindness. Stories I want to share with you tonight, starting with a project that became a family affair.
Well, it started with my husband and our 20-year-old daughter, Abby.
And has grown from there. Friends and neighbors working from their own homes, including Mrs. Woods.
She's 80. And I was concerned about their health. And instead of taking a mask, she offered to start sewing as well.
Tracy's husband, Byron, is a veteran at the sewing machine.
He's the choir director at Livonia Stevenson High School and also teaches at Buchanan. He's involved in the plays and the musicals at the high school and has been making costumes for them for years.
Their project began with concern for their older daughter, who works in a medical facility.
Byron made Amanda a mask, and then it kind of went on from there.
To date, they have made more than 1,400 masks, and everybody works on this team.
You say hi to Mr. Steve? Hi, Miss. Hi, Mr. Steve.
Paisley is in charge of elastic.
Do your job. Pull the elastic like you do.
Many of the people receiving their masks are posting photos to Tracy's Facebook page.
We're proud and pleased that we can help in this small way, but it's so sad that there's such a great need, and that's what keeps us motivated to do this every day.
Making a difference, one mask at a time.
All right, thanks, Steve. Well, this family has already made more than 1,500 masks.
We've seen yellow ribbons for hostages, gold stars for military families who've paid the ultimate price. Now, everywhere you turn, people are creating ways to honor the first responders of this crisis. Our Paula Tutman takes us to the front lines of this war in which healthcare workers are asking that people tie one on for them.
We've certainly seen video of doctors and nurses and first responders, healthcare workers in every way respond to the call of duty. It is tough, dangerous work.
They're placing themselves and their family in harm's way.
Dr. Dennis Lemansky, the chief medical officer for Henry Ford Wyandotte, is himself exhausted to tears.
We have had to place providers off because we were concerned that they were at risk and showing signs. Do you know what they ask? When can I come back to work? When am I safe to come back to work? That's amazing. You know, they dodged a bullet and they want to go back and face the gun again. Come on. That's what healthcare is all about.
In his 40 years as a medical practitioner, he has never seen the pure, concentrated suffering of both patients and healthcare workers who are overwhelmed. And so he's asking for a visible show of support. He's asking that people find white ribbons and tie them anywhere they can.
I, along with every member of the healthcare delivery team, are very tired, both physically and emotionally. I felt that by showing a sign of support, the white ribbon might help recharge everybody's battery.
And at the Walters home in Grosse Pointe Park, they hear him loud and clear.
We put out our white ribbon today to show our support for all of the healthcare workers, the doctors, the nurses, the lab technicians, the janitorial staff, everyone in the hospitals who's putting themselves on the front line every day, that we are thinking about them.
I would hope in the very near future that when there are press conferences from Washington, that we see present white ribbons, either on people's lapels, wherever they feel they can display it best. And it would be really neat to see white ribbons in front of the White House.
If you display a white ribbon to honor our first responders, we want to see it. Just head to our website, ClickOnDetroit.com, to share it with us.
Healthcare workers have enough to think about right now without having to pack a lunch or pay for dinner during long shifts. So Local 4 teamed up with local restaurants for an initiative called Food for Frontline to take that one worry off their plate. That's the sound of hundreds of hot meals being delivered to the hardworking staff at Ascension St. John Hospital in Detroit. This time, it's gourmet pizzas from Roman Village.
How's everybody doing?
The food is thanks to your donations to Food for Frontline, a partnership between Local 4 and a number of local restaurants. And it's a win-win because the Food for Frontline deliveries keep neighborhood restaurants busy with big carry-out orders.
So my responders at the restaurant, my team of warriors, have stepped it up and they're doing a great job of preparing food for the community.
Across town at Troy Beaumont, another Food for Frontline delivery from Big Boy Restaurants to feed the staff there.
It means everything to us. It means that we really feel the support of our community, and we are so grateful that they are doing this for us.
A trunk full of food from Tubby's for the folks at Beaumont Royal Oak.
We're helping to feed everybody who is working long, extreme, harsh hours. So Tubby's is very, very grateful to be a partner with Channel 4 in all of this.
The deliveries just keep coming by the cartful, from noodle bowls to coffee, all to keep frontline workers fed and fueled. And while these meals are a thank you from us to them for their selfless sacrifice during scary times, we noticed at every drop-off the gratitude goes both ways.
Thank you.
Thanks to generous donations from viewers, Food for Frontline has raised $150,000 so far. That means thousands of meals have already been delivered, with many more to come. If you'd like to donate meals to Metro Detroit area hospitals, just go to forthefrontline.clickondetroit.com. We'll keep the program going for as long as it's needed.
On any given day, the Waterford Meals on Wheels program has about 80 volunteers working to keep it running. But amid this global pandemic, that number dwindled all the way down to 15. That's where the good part of the story begins. Our Sandra Ali shows us how multiple acts of kindness are keeping the Meals on Wheels program rolling.
It's a really big job to try to produce 800 meals a day, especially with a far leaner staff. But somehow, through an act of kindness, the folks at Meals on Wheels in Waterford are making it happen.
A big thumbs up from a volunteer at the Waterford Senior Center. While they may be down in numbers, their spirits are bright.
It seems like there for a while, every day, we were losing another volunteer.
Under normal circumstances, Meals on Wheels would usually have nearly 80 men and women making and delivering meals and supplies to the elderly. But now they only have about 15 working day and night. all to make sure seniors in Waterford have hot food and essentials like toilet paper and pet food.
It's heartbreaking. I mean, it's gut-wrenching, heartbreaking.
This week alone, they've packed up and delivered 2,000 meals and packages of supplies, bringing them door to door.
For a senior that's older, that has underlying health conditions, they don't want to be going store to store trying to find somewhere where there's toilet paper.
They're relying solely on church groups and anonymous donors dropping off supplies curbside.
When this first started, like the first couple weeks, when we would show up and we would knock on their door and they'd answer it, they would answer with this look of relief, like, I didn't think you were going to be here today. Like, I didn't think you were coming. I was trying to figure out what I was going to eat.
School lunch aides who are out of work right now are stepping up to help wash dishes, cook and deliver dinners to those who need a helping hand now more than ever. Volunteers say the silver lining in all of this, when you focus on others, it helps you forget about your own troubles, at least for a little while.
When you're faced with this, you have the option to just crawl in a hole and do nothing, or you step up and you do everything you can to help the people that need the help.
And somehow they are getting the job done, but they could always use more help. They're also especially in need of curbside donations right now. If you'd like to help, we've posted all the details for you on ClickOnDetroit.com. I'm Sandra Ali. Back to you.
Thanks, Sandra. We have so many acts of kindness to showcase coming up.
That we do, including what many of you are doing to say thank you to our first responders during this pandemic.
Oh my goodness, that is so nice of him. That's so good. God bless him.
The surprise one man gave nurses on their way to work in Detroit.
And social distancing makes celebrating milestones a challenge. But from horns and balloons to signs and songs, how we're creating some special memories despite social distancing.
Answering the call, a local business retools itself to make an essential that's in very short supply right now. The Spirit of Detroit special will be right back.
When Metro Detroiters discover a need, they find a way to fill it. A Livonia manufacturer that works in the auto industry has shifted gears to help all of us during this crisis. Our Steve Garagiola takes us inside to show us how.
Many essential items remain in short supply, and that includes disinfectant wipes. And now a local company is stepping up to answer the challenge. Heavy machinery humming around the clock at Jacobson Industries in Livonia.
We're primarily an automotive manufacturer, but here now we are totally switched over to healthcare.
Part of their normal production are things you probably don't think much about. Next time, notice when you open a product that has a protective covering. It probably came from here.
You can see in the background there, rolls and rolls of protective film.
That film can be cut into new dimensions and become a much-needed medical supply. Disinfectant wipes.
We ship them to the facility that puts the chemicals into them, and then then they are shipped to hospitals, Rite Aid, Kroger's.
And just how many wipes are they producing at Jacobson Industries?
We have shipped in the course of 1 week over 15 million wipes. Yesterday alone, these warriors produced 10 million wipes that we shipped.
But even that doesn't meet the demand. They are working hard to balance production with safety.
Steve, to be honest, I could fill this facility, but we're walking a fine line on trying to keep most of our employees out. We normally employ 80 people here.
Like most others who are reaching out to help, they feel a sense of duty to step up. Because in Metro Detroit, that's how we roll.
We are the manufacturing capital of the world, and now the world needs things to take care of this crisis.
And if your job to help is as basic as stay home, I hope you're doing your part.
Jacobson Industries has already produced more than 72 million wipes. That's nearly 60,000 rolls.
This next story is about the power of friendship. Coming up with an idea of how to help and mobilizing their families to make it happen. Sandra Ali shows us how they're using their bond to make a difference.
Sewing machines running, the main tool of this group of friends calling themselves the Frontliner masks.
It makes all of us feel wonderful to be able to contribute something.
Erin Millershin got the idea to make masks for first responders. She enlisted the help of her friends and their families.
friends for a long time. Our girls all started in Girl Scouts together, and I called them up and every one of them was like, yep, I'm on board.
Everyone has a job, picking up supplies, cutting fabric, sewing the masks together.
I sew because my mom can't sew, so I have to sew everything, and then she pins all of the stuff and irons it and puts all the patterns together and stuff.
And I stuff the vacuum bags in and pin and cut the material, everything but sew.
So far, they've donated masks to places including Beaumont Hospital, McLaren-Macomb Hospital, and the Auburn Hills Police Department.
I'm just going to echo what everyone else is saying, and there's really not enough praise and support that we can provide. They're literally saving our lives, saving our health and the lives of those we love.
We're just kind of doing our part.
And for these friends, it's a way to check in with each other while following the order to stay home and stay safe.
It was a good way for us to stay connected too. We got to at least wave to each other. I'd drop things off and we'd wave and kind of, thumbs up, which was great too. That was sort of an extra added.
These friends say they are going to keep making masks to donate. In fact, they're doing it at night and also on the weekends around their day jobs. I'm Sandra Ali. Back to you.
One of the things that has kept this group going was a shipment of elastic, something that has been hard to come by right now.
There are not enough ways to thank the nurses working across our region caring for patients with the coronavirus. But something special happened one day at the Exxon station at Mack and I-75 near the Detroit Medical Center. Our Tim Pamplin was there.
Ambulances rushing around town all day long, ferrying patients to the various hospitals at the DMC. We're here at 75 and Mack. That's Al Marshall holding up his sign, giving out free gas to nurses.
I just love them. I want them to know that.
So Al is saying thank you, one tank at a time. Al had $900 saved up. Didn't take too long for that to be drained. Once the money was all gone, he just, flipped his sign over and said thanks to all the essential workers out there today. But then this lady showed up on the scene.
I'm just somebody who read his story and I wanted to come help.
That's Alana from Warren.
Okay, I want to give you $200 toward the nurse's gas.
I got you.
That's right, with her $200, Al was back in business.
My nephew's a nurse at Beaumont, and it kills me every day to know that he's going to work. I don't know if he's going to get sick or what's going to happen, and they're heroes, and we need to do what we can to support them.
So with Al back on the corner with his free gas for nurses sign, Alana worked the pumps.
Oh my goodness, that is so nice of him.
Miss Henry Ford nurse was grateful.
That's so good, God bless him.
And I was so inspired, I had to come down here and help. So whether it was money or pumping gas or whatever I needed, I wanted to give back. These nurses are putting their lives on their line every day for us.
I think it's beautiful right now, man. I think this is the greatest thing that they can do for these nurses, because these nurses is all we got, man.
So thanks to Alana and thanks to Al, helping on the front lines of Detroit.
Thanks, Tim. The Detroit Youth Choir doing what they do best to lift our spirits during this time.
You're going to hear from them coming up. Steve?
How does a company that rents buses and does tours get into a project of making hand sanitizer? It's all about seeing a need and stepping up to fill it.
And bringing a little joy to frontline workers. Meet the Canton women behind Project Sparkle when the Spirit of Detroit returns.
Hi, everybody. I want to say hello to all those on the front lines who really are battling for all of us. Can't thank you enough. Being so unselfish, putting your life out so that we can have some of the things that we have in our life. And simply, I can tell you, we are going to do all the things that you require. We're going to do the things social distancing. We're going to wash those hands all the time. We're going to put gloves on and a mask whenever we go out in public. When we go out in the store, we're going to put that gasket and wear some gloves. So I want to just simply say, you're the best. You are absolutely awesome, baby. If I were on TV, I would say to all the frontline people.
Because of COVID-19, and we can all imagine how heartbreaking that must be to everybody involved. But one couple is grateful for good health and the chance to pay it forward. Our Paula Tutman explains why one bride-to-be is sporting a hospital gown instead of her wedding dress.
Well, of course, Pam is upset and very disappointed, but she's channeling all of her energy right now into saving the life of her fiance and his co-workers.
Okay, so I have a roll of plastic tablecloth.
While this might look like a run-of-the-mill do-it-yourself tutorial video,
roll it out Oh, first of all, you want to cover your table in some towels or something for the iron.
It is instead the look of true love.
There we go. So I'm going to measure 4 feet.
So many little girls dream of twirling in their wedding gowns.
My dress was quite a journey to find.
But Pam Klesko of Sterling Heights
Bring it around to the front.
is twirling in this kind of gown.
And there you go.
The trade-off, a no-brainer when her weekend wedding had to be canceled because of COVID-19.
At first it was, okay, you can have up to 50 people, and then it was, you can have 10 people, and then it just wasn't a good idea to have it at all.
But then disappointment turned to fear when her husband-to-be, Antonin, a nurse at a local hospital, contracted COVID-19. That's when she got a crash course in sickness and in health.
Yeah, that came a little early. Yeah, for better or worse, in sickness and health, for sure.
Antonin is fully recovered and back at work. But when he returned, he realized that nurses just struggled to get the personal protective equipment essentials they needed. And so Pam, who normally would be teaching first grade at a Catholic school,
good job,
instead taught herself how to make personal protection gowns for her fiancé and his co-workers out of all things, plastic tablecloths.
Because it's medical PPE, don't they have to be sterile? Are there specific specs or not really?
At this point in time, they're so desperate for things that the rules and regulations are a little bit more flexible during this time, because when it comes to having no gown at all or having one of these, they'd rather have something. I was getting feedback actually from some of the people my fiance works with. They're saying that they actually feel more protected in these because they are plastic. They can wipe them down and sanitize them and use them again.
And to her fiance, they are a work of art.
Thanks, Pam, for everything you're doing. It's been really helpful having more isolation gowns, and really appreciate it. I love you. I can't wait to actually get married.
So many little girls dream of wearing a gown, but sometimes life happens, the dress changes, and it's still the most important day of your life. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Pam and Antonin hope they'll be able to get married in a traditional ceremony in August.
The Detroit Bus Company started as a way to connect Detroiters and increase their access to the city, but there are no historic or bar tours to be given right now. Instead, the company has shifted gears, giving us access to something we could all really use right now. Our Steve Garagiola shows us how the company is making an essential item that's in high demand.
The Detroit Bus Company does tours and rents buses, but the coronavirus lockdown has owner Andy DiDeRossi on a new project.
So I could go faster, but I'm taking it easy so it's not flying all over the place.
We started the hand sanitizer project because we have a big facility that can do distribution. We've got loading docks, we've got people, we've got logistical experience, and so we can really deliver on this project.
So how is it that a tour bus company is now making hand sanitizer?
When we were shut down, we had to lay off all of our employees, which was heartbreaking. And so we used our facility to set up this long line of tables and laboratory equipment to basically produce this material in the right quantities.
The internet is flooded with do-it-yourself recipes.
We are adding the hydrogen peroxide, which is a thin liquid.
But this is the real deal.
We're following the World Health Organization's recipe, which is isopropyl alcohol, glycerin, and hydrogen peroxide. And it's their approved formula basically to kill all viruses and bacteria.
And for now, this is a 7 days a week, full-time job.
Because when you get a call from a hospital that wants 1,000 gallons of hand sanitizer, it's hard to do anything else. It's hard to go home and watch Netflix. You just want to keep the factory going.
Andy says his plan is for this to be a temporary project.
Ideally, I'd like to be back into bus tours. I mean, this is cool, but this should be a big company doing this. Once the restrictions lift, we'll be back at showing people the city we love.
It may take a while, but we'll get there. In Detroit, I'm Steve Garagiola, Local 4.
The first 4 batches of hand sanitizer sold out. The company is now selling it to the public while supplies last.
Well, we've seen the tearful videos from frontline workers exhausted from working long hours, all while being short on PPE. But there's a woman from Canton who noticed they were short on something else: smiles. And she knew she could do something about that. Our Sandra Ali shows us how Project Sparkle is helping to make these dark days just a little bit brighter.
It started off as an idea to deliver jewelry to women working on the front lines in hospitals. Now it's a movement that's spread all across the country called Project Sparkle.
Christine Lammers puts together these goodie bags of jewelry all day. Then she says she goes to bed at night thinking about who she can help next.
This is what we know, and this is what we love.
The Canton mom, who works with Park Lane Jewelry, was talking to friends in Texas a few weeks ago. They came up with the idea to gift women working in hospitals with earrings and bracelets.
The project definitely started with healthcare workers, but since then it has snowballed into the women who are volunteering and handing out meals at the local school districts, the grocery store clerks, your postal carriers.
Every $15 donation buys a gift set. Volunteers then match each gift with another one of their own.
We also know that jewelry does make people feel happier.
Hundreds already given out in Metro Detroit. Thousands more across the country, from Texas to Washington, Florida, Illinois, and New York.
It's a huge movement of pay it forward. Like, figure out what you can do to make a difference and make people feel a little bit better right now, and go do that.
Attached to each gift is a note written by local girls and boys, thanking them for their service.
I think the gift is great, but it really is the handwritten thank you note that's coming from the community. And it is those handwritten note cards that really mean the difference to all these people. Are stuck inside, we are sheltering in place. So we feel like we're doing one tiny part, but there's so many other things that you could be doing.
And if you'd like to help get involved with Project Sparkle, we've posted all the details you need to know on our website, ClickOnDetroit.com. I'm Sandra Ali. Back to you.
Project Sparkle is a big success so far. It has delivered special gifts for more than 5,000 first responders across the country.
Mr. Rogers said, when things get scary, always look for the helpers. And that's exactly what our Steve Garagiola has been doing. He found a teenager in Shelby Township operating under the philosophy, take only what you need and share what you can.
Have you ever noticed in a neighborhood a box along the side of the street filled with books? Take one, give one. They're for sharing. A teenager in Shelby Township thought about that, and they had an idea.
I got the idea from little libraries. Instead of books, I'm using food and supplies for people to come get if they need anything.
If it works with books, why not supplies that families need? So he built a box.
I got an old kitchen cabinet from my garage and found some old wood and put some shingles on for the roof and got some plexiglass and just built it.
Luke added some items to the box to get things started, and soon word spread in the community.
All the stuff that's over there is free for anyone to come and take. And I think one of the great things that is we're getting help from people all around that are just coming and donating things, and their generosity is really amazing.
At the heart of it is the same question I ask in each of these acts of kindness stories. Why are you doing this?
I know a lot of people are struggling right now. They're just having a hard time trying to make ends meet. And a lot of people have underlying health conditions and can't even go to the grocery store.
Luke's act of kindness got me thinking about the labels that sometimes get slapped on young people. They're self-focused, reckless, they don't care. Maybe we should be more careful with labels.
I put a lot of hard work into doing that, and I understand that seniors are at a greater risk for this. And so a lot of young people are probably going out when they shouldn't, but that doesn't mean all young people are doing that.
Take what you need, share what you can. Seems like a good message for all ages.
We appreciate that, Steve. With salons and barber shops closed, one father and son got inspired to do something different with their due.
Yep, coming up next, how nurses and doctors benefited from their corona cuts.
And a childhood.
Here is your 90 seconds of Zen with the horses.
She's a teacher and the mom of a son with special needs. And even with all of that, she's taking time to help others. Steve Garagiola shows us her advice for other parents going through the exact same thing.
For many of us, the new rules and requirements of daily life are a little scary and a lot confusing. But those emotions are magnified for children with special needs. Bovenston School in Warren serves 300 students, ranging in age from 3 to 26, all with moderate to severe cognitive impairment. The disruption to normal life is a particularly difficult challenge for them.
Our students are having a really hard time because they don't understand why they're not in school. So it's really hard for them to not understand why they're not going to be able to see their teachers or their friends right now.
A lot of people are sick. To stay healthy, we have to close school.
All children do better with structure, routine, consistency.
It's even more important now to keep them on task and keep them doing the same things that they're used to.
As a mom of a special needs child, Melanie speaks from experience. She says one thing children do understand is stress and fear in mom and dad, even if it's not expressed.
Limiting your screen time and trying to avoid discussing it in front of your student is so important because it kind of makes them even more nervous and more antsy.
But she says this time also presents an opportunity.
Right now is a huge time where you can connect with your child and learn what they really like and kind of learn to enjoy them again.
And moms and dads, don't forget to take care of yourselves too.
I created that schedule that gives me time that we call it our quiet time. And that quiet time is as much for him as it is for me.
Melanie's last bit of advice is reach out to other parents, because whatever fear, stress, and frustration you're feeling, it's a guarantee you're not alone.
Kirsten shared with us some links to resources to help other families. Just head to clickondetroit.com/kindness to get them.
No barber, no problem. A Northville father and son couldn't get their usual haircuts, so they decided to shave their heads. And that's when inspiration struck. They turned losing their hair into a win for healthcare workers at Beaumont Hospital in Farmington Hills. Our Paula Tutman has their act of kindness.
You just come right up here, sir.
For the healthcare workers at Beaumont Farmington Hills, love is in the hair.
I'm the president of the hospital. Very nice to meet you.
You could call them the Dave Matthew Band.
Going forward, let's see how much more money we can raise.
Dad is Dave, Matthew is son, and this Northville dynamic duo are twinning because they realized last week they couldn't get their hair cut because of the stay home, stay safe executive order.
And I told him I'd shave his head and then he could shave mine, and I'd make it like a challenge for me and my hockey teammates to do.
Rather than botch the do or use a bowl, they went bald.
He's stuck at home right now, and this is what he thought would be a really good example. So I shaved my head, he shaved his head. He shaved my head. I shaved his head. I think he did a better job than I did.
And then they decided to make it a fundraiser.
And we'd all donate $10 to something. And then we decided it would be to help out medical workers.
They raised some $3,000 and decided who better to honor than the hardworking healthcare workers at Beaumont Farmington Hills.
Our team has been working so hard to take care of the patients in the community as well as taking care of themselves, and so just overwhelming for them at times.
These doctors, nurses, orderlies, janitors, gosh, the whole hospital staff is working fingers to the bone. They're exhausted.
Right now we're delivering 250 subs, 250 bags of chips, and 400 water bottles.
But today they will not go hungry because of the catered meal that came right on cue.
This is going to be a great thing to help out all these people that are doing their best, our heroes that are really inside of here. This is all Matthew, who's 11 years old, that had this idea to make this all happen, and I think this is fantastic. Matthew, nice job, man. Patrick today.
All right, thanks, Paula. And what a great way to take something simple like a haircut and turn it into a way to say thank you to medical workers right now.
All you need to spread a little joy and hope right now is a piece of chalk and a stretch of sidewalk. Perhaps you've noticed on a recent walk or bike ride, Tim Pamplin shows us one example of a movement to spread positivity in a time of crisis.
As I've been driving around the last few days, I've noticed lots of messages of hope, inspiration, encouragement. Right now we need those messages. And in one sleepy subdivision in Plymouth, 7-year-old Charlotte is getting in on the act.
I wanted to show kindness when they walk by to our neighborhood.
Charlotte and her camera-shy younger brother have spent the last few days creating inspiration on the sidewalk out front of their home.
I'm doing this because our motto at my school is be safe, be kind, be responsible, and I wanted to show kindness.
Charlotte says it helps her pass the time, and sometimes she's a little sad.
I can't go to their house or anything, so I miss my friends, I miss my teacher.
She says she gets lost in the chalk work, and her feeling of sadness turns into a feeling of joy, a feeling of giving.
Be a pineapple, stand tall, be sweet, wear a crown.
And I think Charlotte's efforts of cheering up her neighborhood one sidewalk at a time. Well done, Charlotte. You're an absolute superstar. That's the scene in Plymouth today. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
We've spotted Chalk the Walk in neighborhoods all across Metro Detroit. Thank you to everyone for sharing messages that are keeping all of us going.
The Detroit Youth Choir always gives us something to cheer about.
Let's see how they're using their voices to lift us up during a difficult time.
My grandmother's all we have. My parents are gone. A special birthday.
Birthday celebrations look a little different, but we are finding a way to mark these moments when the spirit of Detroit returns right after the break.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light people. Don't stop believing. Hold on.
The Stay Home, Stay Safe order has changed how we do almost everything, including how we celebrate birthdays. While there can be no parties, we found ways, though, to mark the big days. Our Steve Garagiola shows us how neighbors of a 4-year-old Bloomfield Hills boy found a way to make him feel special on his birthday.
These days, life is uncertain, even a little bit scary. We need to put some effort into finding reasons to smile. And we found one. It's Aiden's birthday. So, which one is the birthday boy? This is Aiden. You don't know Aiden. I don't either. But today he turns 4 years old. It's a social distancing kind of birthday at this house.
Definitely unexpected, not what we were planning, but we've made do, and we woke up early this morning and the first thing we had is cake for breakfast.
These are Aiden's best friends. They live just down the street. Since Aiden can't have a typical birthday party today, they and their dad put up this sign which caught our eye.
So since we can't have a big party, we thought we'd do something special and put something in his yard so everyone can celebrate.
We've heard some honkers going by.
Absolutely.
Honk for the birthday boy. For Aiden, this is probably not as cool as having a house full of friends for a birthday party. But celebrating with all of Metro Detroit is pretty good.
He's been actually loving having the four of us home together, and again, lots of people driving by and helping add that extra special touch for his birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Aiden. And by the way, if it's your birthday, sorry we didn't find you today, but happy birthday.
From children to senior citizens, these milestones are so important to mark. In the name of safety, one Trenton family stayed physically away from their grandmother, and yet they were still so very close to her on her birthday. Our Jamie Edmonds was there.
This is a beautiful story. This is the definition of a family making it work during a pandemic and still celebrating a huge milestone.
Okay. This is not how it was supposed to go. There should have been a big party with hugs and kisses to celebrate Mary McCullough's near century on this earth.
It's very sad. My grandmother's all we have. Parents are gone. A special birthday. Never know what tomorrow brings, so it's hard we can't be with her.
But these days it can be very dangerous to even visit with a 99-year-old woman. So to make sure Mary still feels special on her milestone birthday, her family improvised.
We're going to go on the front lawn since obviously we can't be with her today. It's her 99th birthday. And we're going to stay our distance and stay on the front lawn and sing her happy birthday.
That's when aides at Cunningham Senior Assisted Living Home guided Mary to the big picture window.
We're going to go sit by the window. Birthday to you.
And as the family started to sing, you could see the emotion on both sides of the glass.
Birthday, dear Grandma. Happy birthday to you.
Afterward, everyone went as close as they could to share their birthday wishes with their grandma.
All right, I love you.
I love you and miss you.
And she said it was one of her best yet.
Thank you so much for coming down.
And we want to point out we did not go inside the assisted living facility to film that story. We got those videos from nurse Samantha, who works there, and we thank her for that.
We make the best of any situation using what we have to express how we feel. This birthday was in West Bloomfield. Our photojournalist Alex Atwell captured how friends and family made one woman's day very special, though from a distance.
The social connections help us all the time. Those social connections give us hope, give us smiles, they make us laugh, all the above.
We're almost ready, almost. So we are going to do a birthday parade for our dearest friend, Nettie.
This sign is for our really dear friend, Nettie Boyven, whose birthday is today.
She's had a heck of a year, and this is the best we can do, and we're trying to make lemonade out of lemons. All right, are we ready? Happy birthday! Thanks, Allie! Thanks, Stacy!
She's been through a lot.
Yes, she has. Yes, her husband died October 10th.
Esophageal cancer. They lost her son Julian, how many years ago?
Julian would have been 13.
And they lost him to DIPG.
Oh my God, it makes my heart so full. This is really so special. Unbelievable. Yay! Thank you! Bye guys! The cars just keep coming. I can't stop crying. Look at how sweet the eyes those are. Thanks!
The human spirit rises above all, and I watched something really beautiful this morning. Happy birthday! We love you, Nettie.
Aw, you guys! Love you. Like virtual hugs. Virtual hugs. Bye, guys! Thank you so much! This is one to remember, don't you think? Absolutely.
Let us see how you're marking the special moments in your life right now. Just head to the coronavirus section of our website, ClickOnDetroit.com.
It's a group of students that has brought us a lot of joy. The Detroit Youth Choir might not be able to sing together right now, but the kids found a way to use their voices and their spirit to uplift us during this time. Our hearts also go out to the DYC family. 2 parents and an uncle have passed away from the virus.
We're going to continue to showcase all that you're doing in our community. Together, we will see ourselves through a very difficult time.
And if you spot an act of kindness where you live, we want to hear about it. Just go to clickondetroit.com/kindness and send us a message.
As we sign off, we'll leave you with more sights and sounds of how we're all trying to embody the spirit of Detroit. Good night.
In times of us being so isolated from one another, it's a great sign for humanity that you can give a little love to someone in the own way that you know how to do it.
The students are feeling their own sense of accomplishment, seeing the positive impact they're having by spreading kindness, one homemade mask at a time.
And I think it was a big thing to be able to include them in this solution and try to ease their anxiety by making them a part of this.
She is an angel in a mask. Rosa Randolph of Unique Food Management prepares meals for the elderly, children, and those who do not have easy access to food.
This is a lifesaver for them.
This is part of helping our first responders, and so many people have stepped up to do that.
We said, we don't know what we're going to do, but we should do something.
She's lining up donations of that key protective gear and getting it into the hands of RNs, first responders, grocery store employees, and truck drivers.
Across Metro Detroit, we're seeing many people reach out to each other with acts of kindness.
Yeah, it's been really heartwarming. We've had 20 people suggest ideas and offer to help.
I am your local neighborhood DJ Big Red, and I decided to come out and play some music for everyone.
They decided to create home workouts free of charge, and they post them daily on Facebook and Instagram.
Back in the day, cooking was a common skill, but these days, many young adults don't know how. But her middle schoolers are learning early.
So we do kitchen safety, equipment, terminology, measurements, and then we just start cooking. Happy birthday to
you. My wonderful fiance didn't want me to miss out on my goal of running my first marathon. So we ended up coming up with a running for social distance marathon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.